Hello, welcome to the Horror of It All Movie Podcast. I'm Eric. This time I'm going to be doing an unboxing, which will actually be a part 2 to a previous unboxing of my Vinegar Syndrome Halfway to Black Friday sale. The first one included the pre-order package that I did. This one includes what I got during the sale. Now, if you didn't see that one, you can go check out that one if you would like. The reasoning why there's two is because something very simple. I mentioned it in the last video that their system is so precise that when I did add to my existing order, I didn't realize I had multiple addresses on there. They're all the same address, but one was slightly different, and it had a comma in it, so I put my apartment number on the next line. Well, maybe you have to wait. So I got it now. And then at the end, I'll talk about a few things that I've watched recently and what I thought of them. But let's dive right into that. This is my sale order here. Sometimes I like to preserve the tape, but I do have a lot of tape, so I'll just get right into this. I'll open it from this way, because this tape's kind of shitty on that side. I really like the tape. I would honestly buy a roll of the tape. I think I've mentioned that before, but alright. So, there's not a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff in this. There's a couple things. Some of it's catching up on partner label stuff, and I only say that is because I basically have everything, so when it comes to sales, there isn't a whole lot of back catalog that I sometimes throw in a few adult titles or whatever, but for the most part I have a lot of those too. So anyway, we got a few bags here. Okay, bag number 1. Alright. This is from Verboten Video, which, as far as I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, turned into Culture Shock, or it's part of Culture Shock. I'm not 100% sure, but to complete my collection of stuff that I didn't have, this was one of the things that I got. Holy moly. It's a, let's see, original S-Video Master Tapes. It's a 41-minute short film. It looks pretty ridiculous, so right up my alley. I like shot on video stuff. So, all right. And I got the slip for Bees because I do have Bees. It's one of the older titles. I like Bees, but I thought the slipcover was really cool. So I usually I usually get these, and usually I already have it. So that's helpful because then I just have to get the now. I know there's a lot of quote-unquote hate for Hobgoblins. I have fun with it. It's a silly, stupid movie, but this slipcover is so awesome in my opinion. If anybody's wondering why that got just the movie, it's just flat. And when you undo it, it's actually, like, you gotta just be careful so you don't bend it, but it works actually pretty well. And once you do... Sorry about that. Once you do, it just looks like a regular slipcase. But I really love this slipcase. I think it's so cool. When I first saw this cart, I was blanking, and then I saw it again, and I'm like, duh. And then, expect no mercy. The joke around these is going, I don't expect anything, but I don't mind the these with Billy Blanks, and I know somebody's mentioned it before. They'll probably correct me, but I forgot how to say his name. I'm not even gonna try. The other guy in these movies, because there's been a lot of VSAs. I did hear this is supposed to be the last one, but I could be wrong. I swear I read that, but maybe not. But I will open this one. Another VSU. But yeah, there's so many of his movies, like not so many, but it feels that way, that if you're not a fan, it's like, oh man. But I have seen a few. I haven't seen all of them. Like I haven't watched the Tiger Claws one. I don't Is Tiger Claws that? Whoops. Sorry about that. Couldn't remember. No, Tiger Claws isn't Billy Blanks. Okay. So, I guess the Billy Blanks I haven't seen is Talons of the Eagle. I haven't watched that, and obviously I haven't watched this one. And it's got the poster. It's the inside. It's the alternate artwork, which is also the back of the VSA slip. So, I think I'll keep it like this for now. I may switch it like when I watch it, but excuse me. We are up to number 23 in VSAs, which is pretty cool. I definitely keep up with those and like a lot of the VSAs. I have mentioned it before. It's coming along pretty good. I still got a couple to watch, including this one. But hopefully it won't be one of those things like every time I'm just about done, they'll release another one, and it very could. And at that point, I might just be like, it doesn't include these or whatever, but I have my ranking for the VSA, so that I'm going to be doing a video for at some point. Let's see. I'm not sure if I can show this. Don't really see much. This is an older title. Number 25 from 2013 that I never got. That was always on my list of the erotica or adult films. But the Bible, or Bible, exclamation point, Wakeford Poole's the Bible. Yeah, so there's that. It's a DVD. Alright, bag number 2. What do I got here? This is pre-Vinegar Syndrome, but they do sell it on Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm like, I'll throw it on. I've ordered directly from them before, but now my Culture Shock collection, as of right now, is complete until probably next month when they release something else, which is fine because I always buy their stuff. Cannibal Hookers and Hooker with a Chainsaw double feature. Pretty funny story with this, actually. When I was going to get this a little while ago and then I couldn't, I was going to get it from Culture Shock. And my wife was already on the computer, and she's like, "Hey, I can go into your thing." I don't even remember why she did that. What did you want to add? Because she said she'd get like a couple titles or whatever, and she made a comment. She's like, "Cannibal Hookers," and I was like, "That's actually the one I want." And she's like, "Of course it is." But as I've said on other videos, my wife is awesome. She's the opposite of a lot of them that everybody's all worried about. Like, oh no, my wife's going to see my PayPal receipt or find out how much I spent. Hers is the opposite. She usually just says, "Did you get everything that you wanted?" Trying to make sure there's no nudity in here, but so far so good. Yeah, we're good. But this should be something else. I don't know. I don't even know. It says 2020 and then it says 2021, so I don't know if this is like a new movie. I know it's newer, but anyway. Yeah, so there's that. It does not have the Vinegar Syndrome style slipcase. As I said, this was before they were a partner label. This is their number 5. And then one that I'm super excited for a VSA, Red Surf. I mean, come on. George Clooney's in it. Gene Simmons is in it. Fucking sweet. I don't know why I put these away. Alright. Getting all stuck here. I'm all over the place today. Sorry about that. Red Surf. Always my damn glare. But it doesn't come out as bad on the video, I don't think. So. Okay. I'll probably flip it to that. Different art here. Which is cool, because usually with a lot of VSAs, they just use the art that's on the slip box. But nope. Different art. Awesome. Then, of course, there is the poster. Yeah. So, Red Surf. There is an interview with Gene H. Sims. I don't know really these people. The Dudes film, an interview with actress Dee Dee Pfeiffer, an interview with casting director. Let's see, a commentary with the producer. Overflowing with drugs, booze, and guns, Red Surf is a violent look at 1980s surfing culture in California. Featuring surprise early performances from George Clooney as a drug-addicted Raymer in one of his first leading roles, as well as strong performances by Doug Savant, 80s heartthrob Dee Dee Pfeiffer, which was also in Vamp, and Kiss singer-bassist Gene Simmons, who was also in Trick or Treat. So, yeah, this is probably the first new VSA that I'm going to watch, I'm guessing, but I am excited for this one. Sorry I didn't read the other one. You probably kind of got a gist if you've seen anything, or maybe you didn't. I know that one has to do a lot with, like, virtual reality in, like, the 90s, so the effects aren't going to be necessarily great, but it'll probably be fun. I think I'll have fun with it. And then I got this because I don't know if it's going out of print. They didn't say it was, but I wanted a Vinegar Syndrome version. I did order the Ray Dennis Steckler box set from Severin, but this is some of the titles that Vinegar Syndrome had. An old Peakorama. Whoop. This is number 56 from Vinegar Syndrome. It's got Red Heat, Mad Love Life of Hot Vampire, and Peeping Tom. Now, I don't know if all these are on there, but I know sometimes they're alternate titles too. So that could be why maybe it wouldn't be going out of print. I don't know. I know Joe Rubin worked closely with Vinegar Syndrome with that box set. So, and helped him out with some movies. So maybe it was like a loan thing. I don't know how that works. But I got it anyway, just in case. Even though I know I got the box set, but I'd like the Vinegar Syndrome to go in my collection. Alright, I didn't get somewhere to put these down. The Expect No Mercy, featuring state-of-the-art computer graphics for the time. Expect No Mercy puts a unique spin on virtual reality films that were popular in the 90s. Featuring no-holds-barred martial arts action and solid performances from Billy Blanks. Okay, so it is... They are involved with that, too. The Tiger Claws. Jal Murray. I'm probably saying it completely wrong. I apologize. And Laurie Holden from The Walking Dead. So that's cool. My brother would probably be interested in that just because she's in it. It wouldn't be his style necessarily, but he is a big fan of her. So yeah. I get that new smell and everything. Alright. I just wanted to go back and do that real quick. And I know some people don't have trouble with these. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And it fucks with the plastic if you don't do it right. Alright, so those are my VSAs. Alright, what else do we got? Bag number 3 is my Taboo box. Yes, I have all of them already, so it's an empty box. There's some... Ooh. Not good chemicals this time. I know good chemicals. I just like the new smell for American stuff, but that one has a funky smell to it. I know a lot of people didn't like the artwork on here. It is pretty basic, but it's cool. I know some people were distracted by, even on your email, this is like if you go to it, it's still spinning. But yeah, that's the box. These movies are definitely not for everybody, and as you can see, they are adult films. And they're very taboo, so to speak. They have to do with incest and things like that. So, probably not for everybody. What else have we got here? Alright. That's all the releases, by the looks. Yep. I got 2 shirts. Here's the one I'm going to probably put on today. I was excited for this one. I usually try to buy pretty much all their shirts. It's a film reel. It's got nice, like, maroon on it. Blood Moon, as they called it. And then, for whatever reason, this one's in bubble wrap. Maybe they didn't have a plastic thing for it. I don't know. This one is like kind of like their classic. It's more subtle this time, but I think you can see it just fine. Pretty cool. I have all those shirts like that. And then on the back, of course, it has the logo. So that was the rest of my order. So that was halfway to Black Friday. Awesome. Just to add real quick at the end, I wanted to show I watched Thriller. Not going to be for everybody. And if you don't want, say, the section inserts... Oh, that's a good point. For anybody who is curious and doesn't really know as much of this stuff or whatever, there are hardcore inserts, but they're inserts. It's not her. It's just inserts. It's like, it's to give it that effect. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I watched everything on here. It took quite a few hours. I watched both versions. If you don't want that, I guess you could just watch They Call Her One Eye. It's definitely a tighter, like the editing is tighter, and there's no hardcore inserts. And from what I could tell, most of it's still there, but there is definitely cuts. The director, of course, prefers Thriller. I agree. It is, God, what was it? Like 18 minutes longer or something? Yeah. So, yeah. All the special features are great. There is a ton of special features. They called her One Eye stuff. There's a bunch of interviews with Christina Lindbergh, which were awesome. There's a Q&A at Alamo Drafthouse from 2017. There's a 7-inch single on here, audio, which a song she did. I personally like both versions. I'd pick up both versions and watch them whenever. I think I might even watch They Called Her One Eye more often, just because it's a little bit like a little bit easier of a watch and it's shorter. But I loved Thriller. I really did. Like I said, it's not for everybody. But on this one, for special features, it was pretty much just the Thriller A Cruel documentary. It's a 43-minute documentary. And then other little things like TV spots and trailers and stuff. The Hooker's Revenge trailer was a little interesting because it was a combination of like a double feature with another movie. So that was that. But yeah, I personally had a great time with it. Anybody who hasn't dived into it and is interested, I just wanted to say I watched Thriller. I personally liked it a lot. Not going to be for everybody, but this set is absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people ended up just being able to get this because you can't get They Called Her One Eye set release unless you buy the box, and the boxes are gone. That is absolutely insane that they ended up selling out all these boxes. I know there was the big controversy beforehand with Synapse, but I won't get into that. I never got that. I actually never pre-ordered it because once I heard that they were doing it, I didn't have to worry about it because I prefer the Vinegar Syndrome one anyway. I recommend it, but again, if you're not into like some of their more hardcore stuff, and as I've also heard some people say, and it's true, the sex scenes are not sexy. They're basically rape scenes, and I wouldn't. Well, yeah, basically. I mean, she's forced into prostitution, and another thing that I wanted to mention that people might not know, the infamous eye scene, what makes her one eye, is the guy who kidnaps her and forces her into, like, prostitution, slices her eye with a fucking scalpel. That scene is brutal, and they zoom right into that. This is fucked up. It's actually a real woman that committed suicide, and some terrible fucking doctor, they I don't know how this worked. Met at a hospital or something. I don't know how they found this out. Actually let him do it. They had to be really quick, but that's a real eyeball. That is fucked up. So, in exploitation history, this movie is fucking crazy. The slow motion scenes are a little bit much in my opinion, but I love Thrill. I loved it. I thought it was great. Again, not for everybody. That's the longest, like, review type thing that I'll do. I could have done a separate video probably now that I think about it, but it's fine. On the last video I mentioned I watched Horror High and loved it. I watched Stanley, the one that I actually bought this for, and I like Stanley a lot, but it turned out one of those situations where I bought it for this, and I love this more. I just got this the other day. This, as of this video, was released yesterday. This is the Best Buy Steelbook, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This movie is absolutely ridiculously absurd sometimes. It's basically Nicolas Cage playing an exaggerated version of himself, Nick Cage, and there's also Nicky that's also in his head that is young Nicolas Cage, and basically he's a down-and-out actor, and he takes this party where he'll get like $1 million, and it's actually a super huge fan. Alright, I'll do that. Super huge fan of his, and well, it turns out that the CIA, I think, end up taking Nicolas Cage and wanting him to spy for them and get information. And I won't go any further with that because that's basically it. But it's definitely like 5 types of movies in one. But that was the whole point. I've heard some people like, it's too all over the place or whatever. The whole point of that is because the directors are huge fans, obviously, and writer is a huge fan, that Nicolas Cage is all over the map with the types of movies to do, and they tried to put that all into here. That's all I'm going to say. But The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was so much fun. I had a blast with it. Highly, highly recommend this one. Again, this is the Steelbook from Best Buy. Usually these go pretty quick. Art's cool on the back. It's different Nicolas Cage's. But I'm a giant Nicolas Cage fan, so this was a blast. What else did I want to mention? I'm trying to think. That might have been it. Oh, no. Alright. This is the last one I'll mention. Again, not for everybody, but I finally got to it. Beware Children at Play. This movie is fucking weird. It's a cross between a few things, but I know some people will think of Children of the Corn. I liked it better than Children of the Corn, personally. The ending, they are not kidding when they say on this that, let's see, shamelessly trashy and a whole lot of fun. A no-holds-barred barrier assault on good taste, ultra-gory creative deaths, and one of the most ridiculous endings in history of horror cinema. They weren't kidding. The ending will turn some people off. Even if you were already into the movie, it's pretty fucked up. But I had fun with it. I thought it was cool. Shout out to Michael Keane, who's also a YouTuber and a filmmaker. He's making a movie right now. I did do the Indiegogo or whatever it is to try to help out, and I got the Blu-ray. Well, I don't got it, but I paid for it. He did the editing on here, and he's done it on other releases as well. So if you happen to see his name, Michael Keane, and you don't know who that is, go check him out on YouTube. He's a lot of fun, and he loves Vinegar Syndrome. So he's probably my favorite YouTuber, I'd say. He's very entertaining. He's very energetic. He's very silly. I love his comments on either Facebook groups or Letterboxd that are just like, oh my god, he went there. That's so funny. But yeah, anyway, that's what I've watched recently. I do have more stuff coming for new releases, as always, and trying to think of what's coming up next. I keep saying it, but I did this with 1986. My 1987 top 10 favorite horror movies of 1987 definitely should be up very soon. I said next last time, but we shall see. I'm gonna say hopefully, but I don't want to say next this time because I got my order, so just to be sure I don't got anything else in there. So yeah. Anyway, so if this is your first video, I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm a little all over the place. Forgive me, but that's kind of me. Check out my other videos. Check out I got podcasts. I got regular videos, rankings, unboxings. Lately, I've been doing a lot more of unboxings and rankings. And then I've been tacking it on to the end of what I've watched recently. But I noticed this time it was so fresh because I watched those so recently that I'm like, I should just do a video on that. That's probably something that I will do in the future. I almost wish that I would have held off on those, like with Thriller especially, and even The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Those both could have been videos, but whatever. If you enjoy that, and maybe give me a comment, be like, yeah, you should do those videos just like that. I'm not huge into like in-depth reviews. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah. Check out that stuff. Like and subscribe if you would like. Keep an eye out for my next videos. And yeah. So this has been the Horror of It All movie podcast. Until next time.